now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Yeah. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday. On this Monday, man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, man. Normally, this would be the time where I introduce Dunks, but, you know, Dunks, I think, has, like, a busy, like, Mondays, probably a busy every day, to be honest. But salute to Dunks. He has the links if he wants to join the live. He knows how to get in there. But we're going to keep the party rolling, man. This should be just a quick one, man. I'm only going to be on this joint for like an hour at best. Tonight's topic, man, we're going to be talking a little bit of Boosie. You know, he beat his federal case. Cameron and Mace, and I guess there's a Jay Prince situation that's been going on, mainly because of what Cameron and Mace, you know, they got a sports show, which is doing very, very well. Somewhat new, but it's really taken off. Out of anybody that was ever going to do like a sports podcast and you told me to pick like a lineup and they had two people I had to choose from, those would be the last two I think that would be doing something. But I'm actually looking forward to what they talk about, man. They actually really are very good at it, you know, ironically. So we're going to be talking that situation mainly because they pretty much critiqued, and I think it's Shakur Stevenson's over his boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a great boxer, but as far as entertaining, maybe not so much. But that's not really a diss. So I don't even think that it should have been a Jay Prince and Cameron and May situation. And Jay Prince, dog, come on, no disrespect. I respect all my OGs, but come on, bro. I was gonna just like, dog, you're X amount of, you know how old you are. And you know how old Mason Cameron is. Like, bro, it wasn't that deep, man. They just working. Pause. You know, it wasn't to be disrespect or say that, you know, that Shakur Stevenson is a bad fighter. I think it was more so just to say like, hey, you know, it would be nice to, like, he's no Gervonta Davis. You know, Tank fights don't go as hard as they used to go either, but you're definitely going to show up more for those, you know what I'm saying? Even the Adrian Broner, where, I mean, his last couple fights hasn't been too well, but, I mean, he's still somebody that can bring in a crowd, believe it or not. And then we got an update on the YSL trial case, so we're going to be talking about that tonight as well. I think, I was going to talk about Diddy a little bit, but I think, pause, I'm going to let that situation just roll into next week because, to be honest, I could probably do a Music Monday every Monday on Diddy, like, alone because there's always something going on, right? You know what I'm saying? So I see you, Manny, in the building. What up, Manny? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming and out. Also, if I didn't say it, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. Y'all know we talk a little bit of everything over there, from music, a lot of sneakers, definitely a lot of sneaker content on the way. I know I just dropped like the two of the live like feedbacks, but I'm gonna be incorporating those from the sold out Discord or from the sold out lives. I'm gonna be incorporating just little snippets of that. I think maybe people like short form content, so we're gonna see how that goes. And then yeah, man. Other than that, Yeah, we got a food section over there, which I just put some in the food section. I literally just stole, an on-feet look of what I'm wearing throughout the week. Y'all know how that goes on the Show Your Soul. So yeah, we'll keep the party going from there, man, and we'll just dive right into tonight's topic. I think I want to start with the update on the YSL case. So give me a second. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to see what's there, because they've been trying their hardest to get this judge up off this case, which I can't sit up here and say that I would be mad at it, or if I even think that's like a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's just that I'm not saying I'm not saying the judge is biased, but this has been one wild trial, and it was supposed to go all the way into 2020. I think it was supposed to go until 2025, like, dog, and probably longer than that if I'm not mistaken. But let me pull up one thing real quick, and then we'll get the party started. And again, as y'all come in and out of this joint, y'all just let me know, do the kid a favor and smash the like button. Really goes a long way. So we'll see how it goes. I think the last update we had on this joint was like an hour ago. So we're going to see how this goes. I got a couple articles pulled up on that, and then we'll transition into the Mace and Cameron situation with Jay Prince. I'll give you just my thoughts and opinions on that, and then we'll close it out with Boosie. But y'all know I've been following this YSL trial very, very closely. And I can honestly say I didn't realize this, but I'm a major Young Thug fan. Like, I mean, I think I remember, like, whenever he first kind of took off musically, all the people that I used to be cool with and kick it with, they were some of the first, like, dude, you like this dude's music a lot, because I would have it in heavy in rotation. And him and Rich Homie Quan, they did their thing. Like, when there was that Rich Gang joint, that one tape they put out, I don't know how hard they worked or how long it took them, but that tape, low key, you can push. That's one of those, and I don't know if they did it on purpose, but you can start that joint, press play, and just let it roll through. You can skip to some of your favorite joints, but if you just in the gym and you just vibing out, you could do that too. So, I mean, like, I'm not mad at it. But we're going to talk this because, to be honest, I'm not saying Thug is guilty of any of this or not guilty, but I will say that the evidence is all over the place, and every person they've called up to the stand, are they credible? And I just want to leave it at that. But I'm going to see what the updates is right here, because the latest thing that I know that, also I want to say this too, because I was just thinking this before the live. Thug has got to have one of the best attorneys of all time. I know I've said this before, but I don't think it's not like, I was like, yeah, he's probably dropped $1 million in attorney fees. Me and Dunks have said this before. It's probably more than that, bro. It's probably more like 2 million, if not more. I know it ain't nothing less than $1 million, because this dude was about to get held in contempt and had to do one weekend every weekend until it equaled up for like 20 days. So, like, that's crazy. He was gonna have to do 10 weekends, and he requests to be right next to Young Thug so they can work on their case. Like, that man is fearless. Now, I will say, I never forget when the joint first broke and they put Thug in handcuffs and his lawyer had to make a statement. He said, like, and I don't know, I think people in the internet no longer calling him Brian Steele either. You know what I'm saying? That's YSL Steele is what they call him, right? And I see that. But he said, I never forget when I saw it first broken, man, I was like, man, it ain't looking good. And this is before we even knew what he was fully charged with. I was like, his attorney, I never met, I don't know the exact words, so I'm paraphrasing. Homie said, yo, we will fight this case with every drip of blood we got. And I'm like, is he really, like, at first I know the internet was kind of joking, like, yo, is he a blood too? But, like, I mean, if he ain't, he's very well connected with them, and just because you're associated with a gang, it don't necessarily always have to be a bad thing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff where you could be a part of a program that technically falls under the definition of a gang, but it's not a gang. I can think of people who are, I guess, and I don't want to offend anybody, but like who's like a Freemason, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a tight group, if you're in it, and they got a lot of stuff, but they're not bad, they're not bad from what I got from it. And I know a lot of people actually would like to get to know it and join that. So that's one thing that I can think of right off the top of my head. I see we got Rivero in the building, says at work right now. Notification squad. Appreciate that, dog. Just smash the like button. And, you know, if you just want to listen along, we good with that. Manny says, what up, Andre? Most definitely. Yep. I remember you, homie. I actually saw you had started your YouTube channel. I remember that. Yep. And I remember you told me what happened with the one joint where you got the fake sneakers. Not on purpose, but somebody, you know, sold you some fakes, but you got your money back. So, yeah, I remember you for, you know, that was a minute ago. But, yeah, we're going to start on this YSL joint. Again, Thug lawyer, got to be like one of the best lawyers. I'm convinced after this case, because, I mean, if they're able to get a new judge is what I'm getting from it, then, and I don't think YSL still, aka Brian, still wants her either, but we'll see how this goes. But this is something I have never really seen before. You know, usually, like, even if you think of, and we can think of YNW Melly, which I got to do an update on him. YNW Melly just got a new trial date started, so it's gonna start soon, all over again, because it was ruled as what am I looking for? Because they tried to dismiss the case, yeah. So it basically it didn't get dismissed, but it got what am I looking for? I can't think of it, but it starts with an R, I think. But yeah, that joint, they're gonna have to do it. Like, it was a mistrial. That's the word I'm looking. I say it start with an R. No, it actually starts with an M. It was a mistrial, which means the case got to start all over from scratch. Basically, what I get from it, and they've been trying to get a mistrial. I will say this: in the YNW Melly case, they tried to get a mistrial. It seemed like every day, and so did, like, pretty much with the YSL case with Thug and them. Brian still have called mistrial, rule for mistrial. He's asked for mistrial several times, and he's had some valid reasons as to why. And I would assume his plan is like, bro, Thug's been locked down for what, 2 years now, give or take, and he's been through the trial. He hasn't been in any trouble. He's been keeping quiet, and I think that if he was to get a mistrial, I think having a new judge will help, because my thing is this: if they do get a new judge, I don't know, I'm going to read up on it, I don't know all about it, but if they do get a new judge, then if he can get that mistrial to go through, he got a better chance of trying to get bail. At least let him to confinement in his home to where he can do what he need to do, work musically. Because, you know, Thug did drop a project while he's locked up, but you can tell he was limited to his creativity process, you know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling how he had to record that stuff. If he had to record it over a jail phone, which some people have recorded albums over a jail phone, you know what I'm saying? And you'd be surprised, you know what I'm saying, when you got to work with what you got to work with. But I'm assuming in today's technology in the jail cell, he probably got a little bit more access to technology more than you think. I had a family member personally who was locked down, and they would know more about what's going on in the world than I did, because I was at work all day busy. But this person would, like, when you talk to him, like, you heard about this, you heard about this, and I'd be like, man, they look, you know. But at the same time, just because they're locked up don't mean, you know, if you're not really causing no problems and just doing your time. I mean, from what they told me, they were watching the pay-per-view fights in that joint. I mean, and the way they described it, you could tell they saw it. So I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I think they even had like a burner phone in there, and I'm probably talking too much. But I'm going to leave it at that. Let's see. Rivero says, man, I'd love to do a video on the story, but they're probably loaded. You might as well. I mean, just do it respectfully, and I don't see why not. He says him getting the mistrial was a big W. Yeah, that was a big W for Melly. And I feel like if they go back this time, and he's been keeping his nose clean. Think about it. Melly's been locked down for 5 years plus, bro. 5 years. If this is my thing too, where I feel like he deserves bail. It's like, bro, he's been locked down 5 years. No major trouble. I mean, they've been saying little stuff with no evidence, no proof. And, you know, he smiled the whole entire time during the trial like he was not worried. Because, I mean, that makes me just think, like, somebody like that, they're either really, really off, or he really just didn't do it. But I'm also going to say this. I'm not going to rule that out because I wasn't there. But I'm also a firm believer in, you can't just say somebody did it without any real hardcore proof. Point blank, period. right now, anybody could just accuse you of something, and to be honest, if they go and file the paperwork, they're gonna take action. Whether it's true or not, they don't care. You know, nobody's gonna. That's what court is for and what trial is for. And if anybody's ever been there, I'm gonna say this: if you plan on defending yourself with an attorney, they're expensive. You know, that's the one thing I think people misunderstand. So I don't even want to know what Melly don't have to pay. Like, I ain't gonna say Melly's paid in the millions for his attorneys, but it's definitely hundred thousands. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say his is probably more like $500,000. I mean, if you think about it, the label probably don't put what all they don't put on it. His mom is doing what she do to make extra money to pay them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is, and she says he's an innocent person. But let me share my screen on this YSL RICO trial. The judge recused from the case. So we're going to share my screen. Boom, right here. You guys should be seeing it. And then we'll talk about that. And then, like I said, we'll transition into the Cameron and May situation. It says, Young Thug YSL RICO trial judge recused from the case. So I'm assuming that means they're trying to get him up off there. Let's see. Kitty Queen says, hello, Polo, new to the chat. What up, Kitty Queen? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Appreciate that. It says, while the court's opinion is that there was nothing inherently improper about Glanville's actions, the recusal is moving forward in part to preserve the public confidence in the system. So basically, yeah, and I've been keeping up the YSL trial. Like, I'm going to say this. I watch it pretty much at least like when it was going 5 days a week, I would at least glance at it throughout the day just to see what it is. Now, the first week of it, I was watching it, and then I did when YSL Woody was on there, pause, I had to watch that joint. So I've been keeping up with this as pretty much as good as I can without making sure I take care of what I need to take care of, like home, you know? So it says Judge Glanville has been recused from the YSL RICO case centered on Young Thug. Per Fulton County documents viewed by the complex on Monday, it was the court's opinion that this recusal is the service of preserving the public's confidence in the judicial system. Worth noticing, however, it is that the court simultaneously stated that it has no doubt that Glanville can and would continue presiding fairly over the case should he had not been recused. I think they got tired of it too, because I think even Thug case was pushing for this joint a lot more than probably we think. Because if he wasn't seeming like, hey, I think this is a mistrial, I think we rule this into mistrial, he was also saying, well, I need you to get up off the case. But he was using it in legal term purposes. So I feel like, you know, if Thug's lawyer is the best lawyer I ever seen. I'm gonna say this: I've had six or seven. I know nothing less than 6 different attorneys represent me in some cases. I lost all of them. And I know in their book it may be counted as a win because, I mean, I'm good, but like the way they represent you and how they know, you can tell the camera's on. And I'm not saying Thug lawyer don't go this hard off camera, but like the attorneys I got, bro, it's like they were too soft. You know, but this is the thing. And I know it's saying, like, why'd you hire him? Because they talk that game, and then when they get in the courtroom, it's like, bro, come on, man, I need you to do the shit I see on TV. But it's not like that. Sometimes the judge may even let you get to talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to beat up the judicial system or the law system, but it's something I don't really want to be a part of. As much as people have recommended me to be like, hey, maybe you should get because I will say this, I'm that guy that can probably play devil's advocate to about like 95% of like stuff that comes out. Like the stuff with Diddy, this new stuff. I'm still a firm believer in innocent until proven guilty. So I low-key can probably represent a lot more people unless it's just flat out like right there. And I know if Dunks was here, he'd be like, nah, man, they could be caught on camera, 4K, and you still could have a valid out. And I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. But as a person who's been through just some trouble, it just naturally happens. But let me get back to this article. It says, as previously reported, meeting with state witnesses Kenneth Copeland spurred concerns about Glanville, ultimately leading to the trial being paused. Below, see how the aftermath of that meeting is characterized in the latest docs. My thing is this too, man. If he beats the case, I feel like he should have some way, shape, or form to get the recoup off those returning fees. Now, knowing the average person, like, man, I'm just out to be home. I don't care. I'm not getting myself back in this joint. But like I said, it's just kind of, I don't know. The legal system is an expensive system too. That's one thing I just want to keep it on that with that. It says after the meeting and immediately before Mr. Copeland was, this is no, this isn't Brian Steele. So this is Mr. Copeland was brought out to testify. Defendant Williams' lawyer, Brian Steele, advised the court that he was aware of the in-chambers meeting that morning. So yeah, that was that whole thing whenever he was not aware of that situation, and hence that's what kind of got him locked up, because the judge basically said it without saying it, like, how you know about it? He didn't deny it, but he didn't say he had it, and that really upset him. So he said he was aware of an in-chambers meeting that morning. Mr. Steele objected to the ex parte meeting and a lengthy co-high accord between Mr. Steele and Judge Glanville, in which Judge Glanville inquired how Steele became aware of the chambers meeting. Mr. Steele declined to reveal the source of his information, and Judge Glanville held him in contempt. Though Mr. Steele was allowed to remain in the courtroom on behalf of his client, defendant Williams, ultimately Kenneth Copeland, did testify on June 10th and was later released on custody. So, I mean, it's been a roller coaster in there, man. So I want to see what else they got going on into this too, because this is just one article I got, and then I'll touch on the rest of this joint too. Let me read the rest of this article because I think I missed the part. Says, but this is far from the only concern that has been raised in the lengthy trial, which has been the source of constant criticism since it began in November. So this joint started, it's been going on since November, bro. We coming up on a year easily, because summer right here and August right around the corner. Says Glanville himself has also faced other critiques in connection with the proceedings, at one point being called out by Drake over the public servicing out of jail call between Thug and Mariah Scientist. So, yeah, and I think this is what it is. Drake calls out Young Thug's drug trial leak. I don't think I covered that, but I definitely want to see what it is, because, I mean, it's right here, and, I mean, related stories, so it only makes sense. We might as well check it out, and I'll see what else, if the judge is really going to be off this joint. Manny says, free Thugger and YFN Lucci smoked last week. Okay, so Lucci should be almost on his way home. You know, I think he had got to do 3 months. So, I mean, September at the latest, we should see him, you know. He should be out. Let's see, he says, he won't be going home for a while ski. I think YFN Lucci, he got a deal. So, he going to be coming home actually pretty soon. He got that super celebrity attorney that usually everybody gets, which he even said that, I think just for that, because they were prepared to go to trial, but since they was able to cut a plea deal where he can get out in 3 months, he didn't plead guilty to what he was all charged for, but some other stuff he pled guilty for that's pretty much, he gets time served, because he's been locked down just as long as Thug for 2 years. So really he got hit with a 3-year joint. And then he got, I think, 10 years probation. Now, don't quote me on that, but I'm almost positive somewhere around there. So, you know, when he gets out, he's still going to be on probation, you know, where he could go back locked up at any time. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But he should be out in 3 months. But Drake calls out Young Thug trial judge after leak of Mariah Scientist jail call. That's Thug's girl, by the way, Mariah Scientist. Whole case is a wash. Meek Mill also criticized the leaked phone call, which comes roughly 2 months into the YSL RICO trial in Georgia. So, I mean, a lot of people are really riding for Thug. And to be honest, man, if he was free, we pretty much would have, we still would have had the Drake and Kendrick beef? Yeah. But Thug would have been doing there where, to be honest, it would have made them guys a little bit harder to even drop it. Because, I mean, Thug is another artist where he is, I ain't gonna say he's like on the level of Drake, but I mean when he talks and makes music, people listen, you know. And he's also gonna, whether you like him or not, Thug picked some great artists that can make some good music, man. Gunna makes decent music. I'm not gonna hate on it. It says, man says, oh, he took the deal. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, he took the deal. I mean, bro, it only made sense. Like if you look at it, he might as well. He didn't get the full charges. They dropped some other stuff, and then the stuff they hit him with, pretty much it pretty much got sentenced to like 3 years, and I think he gets out. You know, he's already been locked down for like 2, so that's why he's out in 3 months. Yeah, he took a deal. And remember, like, if you look, they even shaved his head when he went to the actual prison. People also probably don't understand there's a difference between jail and prison. Jail is that holding joint where you shouldn't be there long in theory. Granted, some people have, Melly's been there for 5 years, but until you get sentenced off to the state to do your time, you know, to the best of my knowledge. I ain't went all the way yet, and I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? Drake has publicly called out Fulton County Judge Glenfield by name following the leak of a jail call between Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist. In a recent Instagram Stories update, the Six God called the social media leak of the video, which appears to have been recorded around the holidays last year, disgraceful. Drake questioning the legitimacy of the larger YSL RICO case, asking, it says, and he has an S with it, says, this trial case in Atlanta's and social media promo for Glenville. So he was asking, is this a criminal case or Atlanta social media promo for Glenville? So, I mean, I guess he's saying he's not taking it serious. And this is what he is right here. There's got to be some form of jail misconduct. You got to drag this talented man through to be able to get control of your employees using his personal business for your own gain. Somebody benefited from the video even existing, and that's shameful. Whole case is a wash. Just three the guys and let him come home. So I'm guessing he said meaning free. Just free the guy and let him come home and continue bringing light to Atlanta. Because Thug was well known and well liked. I mean, they've did several attempts to get him like a bond, bro, and it failed. And to do those emergency bond hearing joints, those are not cheap, bro. That's big money. You know what I'm saying? To get bail. And think about this, it was probably gonna be the max, which is probably gonna be like $1 million, you know? And most I've seen is probably the Bobby Shmurda joint where they wanted $2 million for bail, you know? And I know what you're saying, well, then you only gotta come up with 10%. That's in most cases. But I know for a fact in the Bobby Shmurda joint, the judge them wanted it all up front. No house liens, no nothing. They wanted $2 million, like smackaroos cash, from the best of my knowledge. In fact, I was just talking to a family member yesterday about it is like that in certain areas where they can do that. So it's a certain area where I grew up from. They said that if you get bail, no matter what it is, you have to pay cash. Because from what I got from it is that the place is low key, like it's one of those, if they let you, like, you can't put nothing up, you can't have somebody, they want it all in cash, because they know if you do the 10% joint and you got to pay all of it, there's no 10%, no nothing. Like, they know, because if you let it be out, like say you get a bond that's $2,000 or $2,500, so that means they want $2,500. You know, they won't know if it's $2,500, that means you got to do, or no, we'll just do simple math. If it's $2,000, that means to bail out, you got to put up $200, you know, and it could be more. I've seen, like, a family member of mine had that joint where it's $5,000. We had to pay $500 to get them out. They went back anyway, so it's kind of like, bro, like, yeah, I know that upsets people, but at least me. But yeah, but in certain cases, certain places where I was trying to get at, you don't get the 10% option because they know, like, if you get bond, they'll never probably get a contact you. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to be hell and it's not worth it. But it's very rare. You know what I'm saying? So Drake obviously did not like that. It says, so Drake said there's got to be some type of misconduct. You're going to drag this town. And man, we read that one. So pretty much Drake is speaking out and Meek Mill spoke out, says, and so we read what Drake says, but we got Mr. Meek Millie, Mika, as what Philly like to call him. I'm just joking, bro. I rock with Meek Mill's music. He does cry a little too much over social media, but I mean, so does Wale. He was like that too, and I'm glad he chilled out. Meek says, this is a top tier lawsuit. Your personal call out not supposed to be on the street. So, I'll let you know. So this was him talking to his girl, bro. Like, that's kind of messed up. Even if they was talking like lovey-dovey and what he gonna do, this, that, and the third, that's between them. I'm a firm believer in minding your business too, and I know what you're saying. Like, yo, you got a whole channel and you doing this on third. But I mean, some topics y'all know I just don't touch on, and I just leave it at that. It says the YSL trial began in Georgia in November last year. A previously reported opening remarks from the prosecution where they met in mistrial motion for Thug's lawyer Brian Steele, who argued that internal misconduct had been carried out. So Thug's lawyer has been trying this several different times. Is how do you just violate court orders? Steele said at the time, referencing the court ordered sharing of all the display opening statements. So yes, I have a serious motion for a mistrial because it's intentional misconduct. The motion was denied with the trial now having in progress for nearly 2 months. And this is an old article too, so it's been going on a lot longer than that. And think about it, they all went through holidays and this, that, and the third. Honestly, I'm with this. Grant the man bail because they're supposed to be innocent and proven guilty. I'm also, and I question this, why is it has to be something you got to pay to get bail? If you innocent until proven guilty, I don't even like, all right, cool, come down and take your mugshot. Hell, see you, give us a court date and we go to hell home. But I don't think it's not that simple. So this is a judge presiding over Young Thug trial, recused from the case. So Glanville to be replaced by Shakira Ingram. Okay, so that's supposed to be the new judge right there. I don't think Thug's lawyer is too crazy about her either, but we're going to keep it moving here. It says, Fulton County Chief Judge Glanville has been removed from the overseeing the ongoing gang and racketeering trial against Atlanta rapper Young Thug and has allegedly associates. So the decision was made Monday by Superior Court Judge Rachel Recused, weeks after Glanville was scrutinized for holding a secret meeting with prosecutors and a key state witness in chambers. Cruz granted the motions filed on behalf of Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, and his co-defendant Dermonte Kendrick to recuse Glanville. Says in the order granted recusal, Cruz said that Fulton clerk should resign the trial to another judge using the court's case procedures. The Fulton clerk of court confirmed to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that Judge Shakira Ingram has now been assigned to the case. So is she gonna have to like pretty much do some homework and get caught up? Which, I mean, just because she's a judge, she could not be like I guess you're gonna say like a fan like us, or we're are we as interested as we are. It says, while we continue to respect Chief Judge Glanville, we agree that Judge Cruz that the Judge Glanville actions at least give the appearance of improperly. So we also maintain that Chief Judge Glanville was biased against Mr. Kendrick and the other defendants in the case. Weinstein said, we look forward to trying this case before an unbiased judge to just conclusion that will free Mr. Kendrick. So that was what's in the motion, I'm assuming, because I just read like a quote. It says, Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, said in a statement that we're grateful Cruz has agreed with them and removed Glanville from the case. So I would say this, because the judge is going to pick up where they left off. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do if they don't start back up soon, I wouldn't be surprised if we can see if he can try to get him bail again while he's still going to trial, because who's to say how long it's really going to last? And if it's supposed to go all the way to, I've seen somebody saying 2027, let that man get bail and at least enjoy whatever time he got, whatever it's going to be is going to be. It says Jeffrey Williams is innocent of the charges brought in the indictment, and to clear his name, he sought a speedy trial, one in which he would receive the constitutional guarantees of a fair trial with an impartial judge proceeding and ethical prosecutors following the law. Still said, sadly, Judge Glanville and the prosecutors have run afoul of their duties under the law. District Attorney Fannie Willis declined to comment through a spoken woman. Yes, she's not even over it no more. She's the one who kind of got this whole thing kind of kicked off. Says Atlanta Criminal defense attorney Don Samuel said the DA's office does not have the right to appeal a defendant's decision motion to recuse the judge. There are now a lot of procedural hoops everyone has to go through that are very unique, said Samuel, who represented Sergio Kitchens, which that's Gunna, everybody, just in case if you didn't know, who's known as Gunna and pled guilty before the trial began. So he pled guilty for a lesser sentence. Now, I think with him pleading guilty, they shouldn't have had him doing all the other stuff, making, YSL is a gang. I wasn't in it. You know what I'm saying? The man already pled guilty to whatever he agreed to plead guilty to. At that point, they did that because they knew that was going to be all over the internet. If you want to keep it on, honey. It says Glanville has been presiding over the YSL case since it was indicted back in May 2022. It was re-indicted in August. It was re-indicted in August 2022, but jury selection didn't begin until January 2023 after a 10-month jury selection process. Opening statements took place in November. So, this joint has been going on for quite some time, but from what I'm getting from this, supposed to be a new judge. I'm not going to read through this whole article here, but we're going to see how this goes now. I'm very curious how this will end up. So we're going to go from there. Let's go ahead and transition to the Cameron and Mace situation right here. What's going on with Jay Prince. And in my opinion, man, I think that it is really, it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's not even necessary for this to even be going on. But you know what? I'm going to read through it anyway. And I do feel like Mace and Cameron had a right to defend themselves because, to be honest, them boys is working. And you making it seem like he's not. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll start here. So it says they clap back, but we'll say technically we'll start here because Jay Prince kind of warned basically Cameron and Mace not to say anything about Shakur Stevenson, like slandering. I'm like, bro, like they're just critiquing his entertainment, not even his boxing. So really it shouldn't even nothing been said. And I did see that Shakur kind of step out and, defend himself, which he had a right to. But Jay Prince, like you're out in the middle of nowhere. But it says Cameron and Mace have received a stern warning from Jay Prince from getting into a war of words with boxer Shakur Stevenson. The fuel began last week when it says last week when It Is What It Is. That's the name of Cameron's show. It Is What It Is. Co-host criticized Stevenson's recent world title defense against our team, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, for being boring. Homie is a defensive fighter, and he wins. What more do you want him to do? Says now Rap-A-Lot Records founder Jay Prince also manages Steven, has called out the Harlem rappers turned sport personalities for the shot they took at the fighter. So there you go. So there's the tie right there. I'm like, why does he say anything? Because, I guess he is obviously works for Shakur, or Shakur works for him in so many words because, he manages him, right? So somebody worked for somebody. Equally, I'm assuming if you ask him, he's like, I work for him, to make sure we get him the best deals and this, that, and the third. Says, highlighting the fact that Stevenson's fight was ESPN's most watched boxing event of the year, Prince wrote on Instagram, numbers don't lie, haters do. Let the haters say what he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof that he has the number one ratings in any fight of ESPN this year and the top 3 ratings since 2022. True. But that he's not pay-per-view level just yet, but he's headed there, I would assume. And that's just my opinion. But he's fighting smart and he's making his best decisions. But should have been taken this far because of what Mace and Cameron said. Says he then directly addressed Cam and Mace, adding that, and to all of you haters who want to escalate that hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur manager and I handle his business outside of the ring. In other words, Cam and Mace, I will fade all his shots and take all bets. Bro, be quiet, bro. Be quiet. Why is he threatening this dude, man? It's not even that serious, bro. Oh, wow. And that's what they put on the Is What It Is podcast, like Shakur Stevenson. Like, yo, wow. So I don't think it was that serious. But then, it is a show. And one thing that like I noticed like podcasts, and I know like I'm not saying I'm guilty of this, but what podcasters and stuff do, they're gonna talk a little trash. They want to be entertaining. You know, they don't mean they necessarily think like that. What they're usually doing is trying to report the stuff, and then they give a little bit of 2 cents. But I mean, it does go a little too far, because I remember when Birdman pulled up on Charlemagne, and remember like he pretty much like he didn't just pull up on Charlemagne, he pulled up on everybody, but mainly Charlemagne, because he was basically saying his thoughts. But you know, I guess the podcasters and the radio hosts are like, yo, if you don't like what we're saying, come clear it up. But that's just their way to keep their stuff going too. I mean, to be honest, you can just ignore it and keep doing your thing. That's just how I feel at it. It says, while Killer Cam and Mace have yet to respond themselves, the official It Is What It Is Instagram account posted a video. Oh, they have definitely responded. So I think, yeah, we could probably go straight to Mace joint, because I don't think they put up there. I think this is what it is. So this is it right here. We'll go right into the response, because we know what it is. Says Cameron and Mace hit back at Jay Prince over the Shakur Stevenson threat. I lost mad respect for you. That's pretty much what it says. I guess because they could have just hit him directly too. It says Cameron and Mace have fired back at Jay Prince for attempting to back them down on their criticism of Shakur Stevenson. This past weekend, the Rap-A-Lot Records founder stepped into the heated spat between the Harlem rappers and a New Jersey boxer who he manages, warning them that he will fade all Stevenson shots and take all bets. So basically, he's saying he'll pull up or whatever. Dog, I'm sorry, but none of these guys are young. Not even Cameron, not Mace, and definitely not Jay Prince. Y'all don't need to be trying to touch nobody. You know what I'm saying? As far as fighting any of them, man. Like, sit back, chill, collect your money, let them work. I mean, the boys is working. I mean, they're not doing nothing in like no different than what like Stephen A. Smith do. He talk a lot of trash too at ESPN and all that, his little sports shows. But you know, he see these guys and he probably just keeps it moving. That's just what he's trying to entertain to the best of his ability. Do they go a little overboard sometimes? Sure. But I mean, sometimes you got to look at it in a day as just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? These guys be trying to keep it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was all in together, but from what I got from it, Mason and Cameron not backing down. So let me read through the rest of the article. It says, on Monday, July 15th episode of the sports talk show It Is What It Is, Killer Cam and Murder address Prince threatening, I'm assuming they mean Mace, but they put Murder address Prince threatening post and refused to tap out. You got to take all his fades and take all his shots. He says, you're going to take all his fades and all his shots. He says, all right, so then when we talking to you then, since you the big homie, we starting with you, Mace began. So I guess, yeah, Mace. Hey, Mace talking that talk, though. Let's see. Manny says, Cam and Mace way better than Sports Center, in my opinion. Yes and no. I mean, it's a little... They don't come a long way, but I think it's still room for improvement. But I do like watching their stuff, man, because of the chemistry they have. You know what I'm saying? So it's not bad. I'll say that. Let's see. Divine Photo says, it's constructive criticism, so it's not supposed to have an opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were just... This is my thing. They didn't say he sucks at boxing or anything. They just said, like, yo, that... To be honest, let's keep it 100. I keep it 100. I didn't know he fought over the weekend until Mace and Cameron addressed it, and then we saw it in the Discord. But like, honestly, had they not talked about it, we wouldn't have probably checked it out. So that whole like views and stuff like that, we brought more attention on that because a lot of people probably went back and checked it out. Manny says exactly Divine. And he's got 100 salute for Divine as well. What up, Divine? What up? Y'all come in this joint. Y'all definitely smash that like button. Definitely goes a long way if y'all haven't signed up. So let me read through the rest of this article, then we'll close out with Mr. Boosie Badazz beating this federal case. Says, when you dealing with older people, they're the last to know that the things have changed. We're not your little N-words. All the big homie stuff, that's for little N-words. We're not little N-words, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer Cam doesn't, and for me, I never respected N-words in the streets. So that's Mace talking that talk. You know, Cameron, I don't know, man. That guy he's ready for whatever. Says the former Bad Boy rapper went on to criticize Jay Prince for fighting Stevenson's battles instead of setting him straight as an OG should, adding, "If you 60 years old and you trying to be a street N-word, you failed." That's Mace, and I mean, kind of a point. Divine says salute to Manny. Says he also claimed that he recently spoke to the Texas rap mogul on a FaceTime call with Kanye West and their conversation was positive. So I don't even know why he would come at me with that energy. I felt really disrespected. It's certain people you supposed to come at like that, and I'm not one of them, he said. This is Mace. Mace, I guess he really about it, bruh. It's crazy how Mace turned preacher. Was he a preacher at one point? I guess those days are over. It says, after applauding his co-host comments, Cameron questioned why Jay Prince called out him and Mace over their criticism of Shakur Stevenson, but didn't say anything to Kendrick Lamar for dissing Drake, who he has a close relationship with. Valid point too. That's a valid question. The Dipset legend also brought up Prince's past feud with NBA YoungBoy. You 60 N-word. What is you talking about, bro? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. Says, you had Shakur with you when you lined NBA YoungBoy up. Why the F you got Shakur with you? He says, and this is why he acted like that, talking about you got NBA YoungBoy and the keys to his car. NBA YoungBoy told y'all N-words to eat a D. Pause. I mean, but he did. NBA YoungBoy definitely. NBA YoungBoy, I would have to say, is one fearless individual. The Mind Photo says, you can't still be into the streets at 60, right? This is my thing, bro. If you a street person, you always going to be a street person, but you got to know when it's time to cut that stuff out, man. Like him, he got grandkids now, man. Just go be a great granddad and chill. You making great money still. Why would you want to even be like, okay, cool, it's a show, you know it's entertainment, leave it alone, you know? So I don't see why it was that deep. Cam Addis says, why do you think that you can tell us what we can and cannot say? Control your N-word. Ain't nobody got to tell an N-word. Get the strap, and then we going to sit there and be like, I think we should shut up. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, basically, what I get from this, they're saying they will not be bullied. And that Jay Prince thing is that old stuff tactic. Like, you can't do that with, like, Cam, them aren't even the Young Bucks. So, it's just like, they did that with NBA YoungBoy, and he like, okay, show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you making those little what kills me with the Jay Prince joint, he does indirect threats. I highly doubt he really knows how to work social media, so somebody's obviously doing all the work for him, and he's just co-signing off on it. Come on, bro. Like, I don't even be on social media like that no more, and I'm nowhere near Jay Prince's age, bro. Like, get off the internet. Because that could have easily been a phone call like, hey, fellas, let's, y'all ain't mean nothing, blah, blah, blah. And y'all called it a day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take everything to the internet. Says, nah, N-word, this is not 1982, bro. You bugging. Exactly. James, I don't know what bet you talking about, and all the other slang, whatever bet you talking about, bet it. The drama interrupted last week when Cameron and Mace criticized Shakur Stevenson's recent world title defense against one of them being boring. Yeah, they just said it's boring. They didn't say he sucked. They just said it's boring. And a lot of people agreed in the Discord. And that just is what it is. I don't think it should have been taken no further than that. So we're coming up on almost at the 5-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and transition to the Boosie Badazz situation because it looked like he is a free man. So we're going to go here. Looks like he celebrates as he's now no longer, he was hit with a fair charge. And to the best of my knowledge, it was when he had that gun in his back pocket shooting the music video. So I'm very curious what his attorney did to get him out of there. And to be honest, if I can pull the photo of the lady he was walking out with right here, she looks amazing, bro. If that's the person that represented him, I would have hired her too. And I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. But yeah, says judge dismisses felony gun case against rapper Boosie Badazz. So we'll say this, says Boosie Badazz celebrates getting gun charge dismissed. We did it. So let's read through this real quick. It says Boosie Badazz is in celebration mode after having his most recent gun charge officially dismissed in court. The charge stems from a 2023 arrest wherein the Baton Rouge rapper was nabbed by the feds while exiting a courtroom in San Diego, California. He had just a separate gun case dismissed by a judge. So yeah, it looks like the feds picked him up whenever he had already beat it, says. But the victory was short-lived as he was arrested as soon as he stepped out of the building. It was later revealed that he was being held on multiple gun charges, including felony possession of a firearm and transporting firearms across highways. So basically, I'm very curious how they got this dismissed, because, I mean, did they have any proof is the real question here. Says, thankfully, however, the issue was put in the past following a courtroom victory on Friday, July 12th. Boosie cried and said he is going to take his family on vacation to celebrate. Legal affairs and trial writers Megan Cunoff reported with a photo of the rapper and his lawyer, Megan Blanco. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Boosie had a lot to say after court. He's thankful for his lawyers and also Stephen Shortesy Departe, the felon who appealed his gun conviction and prompt the Ninth Circuit ruling that led to Boosie's charge being dismissed. Boosie wants to hook Shorty up. I bet he does. In post of his own, Boosie rejoiced in the ruling. Says, case dismissed. God, I just want to say thank you. You never leave me. You make a way out of no way. Says, you made me beat South Baton Rouge. You made me beat cancer. You made me beat death row. You made me beat gunshots. You made me beat Fed cases. You forgave me sins. You forgive my sins and trust you, God. Every time it looked like I was impossible, you showed their ass. Took anyone in trouble, call on God. I don't care how bad it looks. He will do it. He will make a way out of no way. Shout out to my attorneys, and then he put their names. We did it. So I feel him on that one, man. I know what it feels like whenever it feels like it's almost impossible, dog. And honestly, sometimes you just gotta stay positive and hold your head up. Boosie is definitely one of those people who think about all that stuff he just wrote in there. If you think about it, Boosie was facing death row. You know what I'm saying? Boosie has been shot. We've seen that. And he said, remember, Boosie was in the chair. Boosie's such a G. Like when he got shot in the knee, remember he just had one of them automatic wheelchair joints and he was still on stage performing. And a lot of people like, that man can't rest because he got it. That man trying to live, and that man is a deep down hustler. And I respect him for that. I'm very curious what they did to help him beat the case, though, to get it dismissed. And I'm very curious. You know that next Vlad interview he finna be smoked out, and he really finna go off. Now he definitely got to do another Vlad interview. And I think the last Vlad interview he did, he didn't look like he wanted to be there, dog. And that probably because homie was just low-key, probably stressed out and just tired of doing it. And he probably just was down, you know, but hey, Vlad made that call. No, I'm just joking. But I mean, who knows? But yeah, he's had cancer. He's been shot in the knee. He's beat death row. Yeah, he says he beat Fed cases. Like, you know what I'm saying? That man has faced some really tough times. So I would say another person I can put on the fearless list is going to be Boosie. Because it's pretty much, pretty much what has he not seen? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the other lady here, Megan Cunoff. She basically, I know she writes on Twitter and stuff like that. I forgot what other like platform she uses. I've heard of her mainly because of the Tory Lanez situation. So you guys probably, if you're looking at it saying familiar, that's probably where it came from. This is Boosie right here. He did the little fake cry on live or whatever when he posted on his social media joint. So yeah, man, salutes to Boosie. And he cuts off his ankle monitor after having charges terminated. So let me see, because this was on June 25th, 2024. So yeah, it was only a matter of time. He got that case, but then he cuts off the ankle monitor. So he been doing his thing, because I didn't even know he had cut off the ankle monitor joint. So I'm just curious, like, when did he do this joint? Oh, yeah, I do remember that. So he been beating cases, man. So yeah, he did cut that joint off, and he dived in the pool, and now he got that case dismissed. So I didn't really keep up with this one too much, But yeah, this was not Boosie is one lucky individual, man. So, and he just trying to enjoy life now. I would be happy too. So, salute to that. But we coming up on that hour mark, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start wrapping things up here for the night. Let me put myself back on the main screen. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love for the night, man. This was definitely a good one. Salutes to Divine, Manny. We got Andre in the building. Salutes to Kitty Queen. Appreciate all y'all people that came in tonight, man. Definitely smash the like button, smash it. Sign up for the Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. And hope you guys are enjoying Music Mondays. I may eventually start chopping up Music Monday topics as well and putting them out throughout the week in little snippets. But right now, I'm going to still focus on the sneaker content. So definitely got more on the way, and definitely got some more dripper skips on the way coming up for you guys. But yeah, this is Music Monday, and I'll see you guys again on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Salutes to Dunks. Hopefully all is well, homie. Hopefully you're able to hop on the live on Wednesday. But other than that, I'll see you guys then. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls. You know this is Music Monday. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys again on Wednesday on Sold Out, man. So yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. But my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. Hope my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hope my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.